Hello, my friends, and welcome back to The Long Dark Interloper in our quest to survive in a frozen, post-apocalyptic world. My name is Sprocket, and currently we're here inside the fishing village in Desolation Point. This is currently day 15 of our survival efforts, and I'm feeling pretty good because we did find some meat in the last episode, and things are looking pretty good. Now, it is kind of early morning, so I'm going to take a minute and read some of our wilderness kitchen book just to level up our cooking. We've got 3 out of 5 hours research. I got 2 hours left. We're probably going to get thirsty here, so I'm going to drink some water. I believe we've got some fish outside that's been cooked, so we should be all right for food. Yeah, our stomach is mostly full, so let's finish up this book. We can leave it behind. Especially now that we've lost our well-fed, we're going to lose, we've lost some of that carrying capacity. Anyway, the temperature outside is going to be pretty cold as the sun is just barely coming up now. So reading the book is probably a good choice just to kind of pass some time here. Okay, that book should be completely researched now. Yes, we've completely finished that. We're going to leave this here. One last thing I would like to do before we head out, see if we can harvest some cloth for 15 minutes, just to kind of resupply our cloth inventory. And do I want any more? So currently we have, we got some guts, rabbit pelt. We do have 3 cloth. Now we're going to be heading back to the Quonset Garage, most likely. I could head up the mountain a little bit and try to get some cattails. Actually might not be a bad idea, just to get a little bit extra backup calories. Anyway, let's get down low, head outside and see if the bear's out there. Oh, we got a full blizzard. Okay. Alright, we're going to go into the next cabin. Since we have to pass some time, I could grab some more curtains. I could also do some repairs. It's been a while since I've looked at our clothing. So we've got a low condition hat. Pants are low condition as well. Probably should fix these up. It will help us to get our sewing level upgraded, I guess. We can practice sewing and level up our skill. And also, we do increase the warmth of the clothing items. Man, we've just failed 2 in a row, which means I just lost 2 pieces of cloth. Let's try the pants. Maybe we'll have a little better luck fixing those. I'm also listening outside for the storm. Okay, we're up to 87% on the pants. By the way, what socks do I have on? Those are in pretty good shape, so I'm okay with that. Do I need to drop anything? Okay, everything's looking pretty good. All right, I'm going to break down these curtains. I can still hear the storm outside. Let's take a little peek. Okay, it's actually not bad. No sign of the bear. Let's get just a little bit more food. Some rainbow trout. I actually shouldn't leave these here like that. I'm going to drop them from my inventory. It's a little safer than using the hotkey button. If I use the hotkey button, then it kind of tags that meat as a... what do they call that? Oh, let me see. Decoy. I couldn't think of the word. If I press that key, it will drop decoys on the ground. And the animals know to go check that out instead of coming to eat me. However, if I just want to drop the item, I shouldn't use that key. Because they're going to come eat it. Really. Alright, now, I am going to head up not very far, I think. We're going to check out and see if there is if there's any cattails up here I could grab just to have in our inventory. as far as I know, there are no cattails in Desolation Point, which is our next destination. So I just want to grab a little bit of backup food. I think there can be a cabin here. Oh, speaking of which, here is the cabin. And I know the bear comes through here also. So gotta be careful. Trying to decide how far I want to go. Do I want to just turn around here or keep going and grab a few cattails? You know what? I think I'm just going to turn around. I think I'm going to turn around and call it good. As much as I'd like some cattails, I'm kind of worried about our whole situation here. So, the farther away I go from the Quonset Garage, it seems like the harder it's going to be to make our way to Desolation Point. I am hearing the wolves howling in the distance, which is going to make it a little bit tricky if I want to take some of this meat with me. Which, by the way, I should get a torch out. I think I do want to carry some of the meat back to the Quonset Garage. Now, I may not make it all the way with the meat. We may end up dropping it in one of the fishing huts, but at least getting it a bit closer, I think will be...
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
It's the right decision. We don't have a lot of food back at the Quonset Garage. Now, of course, we do have the tip-ups. That's probably one of the best things that came out of the last episode. In addition to getting a little bit of meat, we actually have the means of securing meat in the future a little bit with these tip-ups. If we head to Desolation Point, we can actually use our tip-ups. Okay. I'm not going to take all the fish. I'll take most of it. Actually, I'm still pretty heavy. Let's sort by weight here. So we got a very heavy fish there. Let's drop that guy and that guy. Okay, I've got to make it clear across the ice. Straight ahead, we got the clear cut. I don't know. It's not called clear cut. It's like the logging camp. That's it. So I'm going to try to zip ahead to the logging camp where we've left a bunch of coal and perhaps some other items. So we'll go check out what's there. I'll see you guys in just a minute there. Okay guys, we made it back to the logging camp. Walking on the ice was nice because I had good visibility. I could see what was coming, but here now, this can be a little tricky. I'm going to drop the meat here. Actually, it's sort alphabetically. There we go. Didn't mean to drop the oats. Okay, we're going to leave the meat here. Well, I do a little investigation just to make sure there's no wolves around. I could light a torch, but I think this will suffice if I just kind of poke around. We didn't really attract any wolves in the walk across the ice. So that's a good sign. Okay, I do want to grab... Oh, I was going to grab some charcoal.
It's a goddamn freezing.
But there was no charcoal. All right, let's head inside. We just barely got cold. So I would say that was a pretty good travel. So we didn't get cold. We traveled clear across the ice. No wolves. I call that a success. Okay. All right, we are warming up a bit. I did stop here to get the coal that we left behind. I don't know if I'll be able to take all of it.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
In fact, I'm pretty sure I can't possibly take all this coal. There's a lot of coal here. Just kind of testing out how fast I move. I also need to be planning ahead because we are going to be making our way to Desolation Point. I got to make sure I have enough metal when we get there. Now I do have the hacksaw. Okay, so we can, technically, we can just craft metal. We can carve up items and cut them up and get the metal we need. So that's probably good. Let's take the reading books. Just making sure I haven't read them yet. Okay, I do want to take those. We'll leave this one behind. How much coal do we have now? 30 pieces, plus a piece of fur. I'm going to drop the fur for now. We could, technically, we could maybe make something out of that if we end up getting the woodworking tools. But that is a long way down the road. We got to actually make our way all the way up to the top of Ash Canyon in order to get the tools there. Let's just see how heavy we are. If I try to take all this coal, we are a bit on the heavy side. Okay, weather.
Barely walk with this much gear.
Weather is still pretty good. Let's get a torch out. This is going to be a slow walk, I think. I'm going to carry more meat and stuff. You know what I will do? Let's leave some meat here for us. Let's bring it over to the front of this little building. I'll leave some meat and, you know, I'll drop some coal. I don't need to take all this. Visibility's dropping, and who knows what the weather's going to do here. Alright, let's drop these. We can drop some coal. Let's drop 10 pieces of coal. Now, I probably should make a fire and warm up. But we do have our full health to play with. You guys know me. I do use my health as a resource. And we're going to be... yeah, we're going to be resting and sleeping at the Quonset Garage tonight, most likely. It's not super cold. Okay. Back on the ice. Because I need the visibility. And we got a wolf. Got a wolf over there. Wolf in the distance. He's howling. Probably interested in the fish we have. He'll probably make his way over here pretty soon. Okay, I'm going to travel across the ice. We may take a little damage. I may end up going in a fishing hut and starting a fire.
If I don't warm up soon.
Kind of just depends on our situation here. Yeah, we're moving awfully slow. This is probably not going to work out the way I want it to. But anyway, I'm going to light my torch now. I'm going to at least make it to one of the fishing huts nearby here before I decide to drop some coal and some fish. So guys, I'll see you in a minute. Okay, we made it to a fishing hut here safely. The wind did blow out our torch. However, we've got the flare. I think we are going to stop here and get warm if possible. I'm going to drop some of the meat so we're not attracting wolves. Okay, let's make a fire and maybe even do some fishing while we're waiting for this storm to pass. You know, that charcoal reminds me, I did want to map the fishing village before we left, but I forgot. I was so focused on you know, getting some food, getting the cattails and progressing the, I don't know, our situation. I kind of forgot to map, but it would have been nice. Would like to map this area.
So cold.
Okay, let's add some fuel, maybe some coal. Warm up quickly. Hey, fire starting level 2. We are a novice now. Let's take a look at what we have accomplished here. Fire starting level 2. Novice. You're quite good at starting fires now. Your fires start better and they last longer. 55% chance to start fires and fires last 10% longer. It's a nice little benefit. While we're warming up, I may as well cook something like this salmon.
I'm not gonna be able to carry this load for much longer.
Unfortunately, we do not have a pot, you know, cooking pot or skillet, which is one of the reasons why we wandered over to that side of the map anyway. It's kind of an important item to have, and I know we're not going to find one at Desolation Point because we pretty much searched everywhere. Okay, we've got 58 minutes left on the fire. Should be enough time to break open the ice and drop a line. Let's have to see how much time we have left after opening this fishing hole. 12 minutes. Let's see, we got 4 sticks. Reclaimed wood. Maybe I'll drop another coal. We're going to fish for 20 minutes. Do I not have a regular fishing line? I guess I don't. Guess we'll just use the tip up. May as well. Okay, visibility is actually so good. It's just this wind. It's going to be a bit of a problem. Let's drop a T. Sorry. I will warn you guys, my brain is a little bit slow today. Slower than normal, anyway. You guys are used to that, though, right? Okay, don't have a lot of time left on this fish. I do want to make some tea, so I'm going to pass some time here. Oh, it was done. It was done. I was probably 12 minutes till it's burned. I've done that before. Okay, we are going to do some... Let's place the... Yeah, let's put that there. Okay, we're going to do a tea. Do we have enough for a tea? We'll do some mushroom tea, and then I'm going to craft... Well, that's cooking. We'll see if we have enough to craft some roast hips. Also, I may have left some tea in our canteen. 54 minutes. All right. I saw the tip up came up, but it didn't actually ring the bell. 12 minutes. All right. Did we get a fish? We did. Fresh rainbow trout. Let's check. I'm going to drop these first of all. Let's check the thermos. See if I have any tea in there. I do. Okay. And do I have 2 thermos or just 1? I thought I had like an orange one, but I guess it's just the purple. Okay. Well, let's wait till this is done. Let's pick up that. How long to cook the trout? 37 minutes. Okay. This is going to work out pretty good. Let's drop our teas and get those warmed up. Drop that as well. Do I need to craft any tinder? So we got six tinder plugs. What is our fire starting level currently? At some point, we don't need to use tinder. I think it's level 3. If we can get to level 3 fire starting, we don't need to use the tinder anymore. But for now, yes, we do. We do need some tinder. We've got 6 tinder though, so I'm going to wait. We will just pass time on this fish. 27 minutes. Okay, I got to make sure these do not burn. Let's pass time on our trout. You know, I could fish for half an hour. May as well. Okay, let's get a torch out. Sounds like the wind has died.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
Let's get our tip up back. Okay. We're so warm, we probably don't even need the tea, so we are pretty warm. Okay, I gotta get my bearings a little bit. I think we need to go straight ahead this way. You know what? I'm gonna leave a little bit of coal here. We'll drop 10 pieces of coal here by... Whoa. Bear's coming, guys. Did you see that? He just turned away. So he is right smack in the center of the screen. Coming right for me. If I pick these up. And he's coming back. If I drop him. He loses interest. Oh, well, it's good we saw him before he saw us. That's one of the things I do like about traveling on the ice. But this does present a problem. I need to drop these from my inventory. So I'm going to pick them up again. Instead of using the key I mentioned before, we're actually going to drop them directly here. It's not worth it. I'm going to let him pass by. I hope he's going that direction. But I'm actually kind of afraid he's headed back. Same way we're going. I'm afraid he's going to the Quonset Garage. Boy, I tell you what, guys. This is where the sled would earn its money for sure. Earn its keep, I guess you could say. Because we could actually sneak around behind the bear without attracting attention, because the meat is scent free inside the sled somehow.
His own pee doesn't seem so crazy right now.
Okay, this is unfortunate timing, but like I said, I'm glad I saw the bear before he saw us. I'm gonna get some food. I'll take a bite here. Then we'll drop the fish. Yeah, it looks like the bear is heading back to the Quonset Garage. But that was close. Okay, so, man, how are we going to do this? I could scare the bear, I guess. That is tricky, and you have to use fuel. You have to get a fire going. But, man, he is headed straight where we want to go. I want to keep an eye on him. Let's. We're going to follow behind the bear. Safe distance. And he's actually going to scare the wolves ahead of us. If there are wolves near the Quonset Garage, he is going to scare them. Which, by the way, guys, this is more motivation for me to try to get our tools crafted. So we could get like the bow and arrow crafted up. We could actually hunt the bear. Boy, it would be so nice to have that bear skin available. Oh, is he coming back? What is he doing? He's like zigzagging. I think I better just get up on this rock. Whatever he's up to, it's no good. He is up to no good. Now he's turning the other way again. Is he coming towards us? I think he's coming back. It looks like he's coming this way. Okay, can I get up on this rock? Oh man, that guy does not know what he's doing. Can't really get up on the rock. Yeah, that's not going to work. The bear's not going to let us get around him. Okay, I got up on the rock. I'm crouched down. The bear is just pacing over there. I need to relight my torch. Let's see if we can do this quickly. So we drop that, equip this, back up. Okay, we got our torch lit. So is he finally walking off? I have a feeling he's going to turn around again. I feel like we're safe up here on this rock. But I can't stay up here forever. I've got to get down there. He is moving pretty slowly. Oh man, now he's going back to the road. Just don't know what this bear's doing. We could circle around the island there, the little bit of rock sticking out. I could try to just like circle around maybe. I have a feeling he's going to want to come back up this road. Oh, by the way, guys, there's wolves right there by the bear. I wonder if they'll get scared. I can see two wolves and the bear at the same time. I'm kind of dodging in between the trees. Okay, they just got scared, I heard. The wolves are afraid of the bear. Wow, okay, so he has got us up on this rock. And now I've lost sight of him. Man, I wish the Quonset Garage was not surrounded by predators all the time. Really kind of makes it tricky. Let's drop this torch. Let's get a new torch. Oh, there's the bear right there. Okay, so he is heading back up the road. We're going to use this opportunity to try to sneak away. I'd rather face the wolves than the bear right now. As long as the wind doesn't pick up, we should be okay. It's the bear tracks. Okay, so there are wolves right around here, but we've got the lit torch right in our hand. Well, I hear you, wolf. Where are you? There he is. He doesn't see us yet. Let's go around the back side of this house. Got wolf prints in the snow. Can I get up there? Okay. We're gonna get spotted here. Oh my gosh, that scared me. Even though I knew they were there, it still scared the crap out of me. But they are just guarding this garage. Okay, we could potentially set out for the crumbling highway.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
However, I don't have a sleeping bag, so I wouldn't be able to sleep there if we get stuck there before we get to Desolation Point. So I really shouldn't set out tonight, I think. Yay, we made it. Okay, let's get another torch lit, just because I'm not sure what we're going to be doing here. Do I want to cook some meat? I need to kind of check. Let's check the status of the meat outside. Drop those. I'll grab a few. Take 5 pieces with us. We'll see what our meat situation is like. Okay, we've got a little bit of cooked meat. Okay, don't put out my torch. Okay, made it without the torch going out. I do need some water. What did we get down to on water? We're completely out. Completely out of water. Boy, I really wish we could find a pot. Oh, look at that. Water's done. Nice. Okay, let's start a fire. Cook up some of this meat. And possibly get some water boiled for the journey tomorrow. We're going to need to eat breakfast and completely fill our stomach, I think, before we set out. So I don't have to travel.
Come on, little fire.
With smelly
Not
food.
sure I can carry much more.
Let's pick up
yeah.
these.
That's a good one.
Let's add some more fuel. I'm going to use a piece of coal. Let's drop the meat. 19 minutes. You know what? I'm going to swap that. Let's see if we can get a bigger piece. It's a little more closely timed if we do it like that. Okay, well, we have some planning to do because in the morning we're going to be heading out. Let me drop a couple of these. We'll take 2 sticks with us. Anything else we need? Oh, I gotta take the heavy hammer. Oh man, that would not be good if I left that behind. So we need the heavy hammer. I am gonna leave the tools here. I know our torch is gonna blow out or go out in a second. That's okay. I'm gonna leave the tools here. We need to leave some of this charcoal here. Let's transfer this. We'll transfer all but 5 pieces so we can do a little bit of mapping. We can leave the guts and the rabbit hide here. Of course, I need to make sure we have plenty of torches before we set out. Okay, now in order to make the hatchet, I know we need some cloth. So we do have a little bit of cloth, and I think we might need some reclaimed wood, don't we? I can't remember what the recipe is for the hatchet. I think we do need reclaimed wood, though. We should be good there, though. What else do we need? I'm going to go systematically through here. So we've got... Oh, we can drop these books. We'll drop this one here. Put that on the desk so I don't think it's firewood. Okay, that all looks pretty good. I do like having the book if we need to get a fire started quickly. Although the accelerant should do the trick as well. Medical's looking pretty good. We only have 2 bandages though. Ideally, we would like to have 3. Got some cloth we can leave behind. Let's use this torch. Okay, we're going to leave the extra clothing here. So we had like some socks, right? Wool socks and cotton socks. I do need to fix up that hat. Otherwise, it's looking pretty good. Okay, and also, by the way, guys, somebody commented that we actually could have made bannock bread with the flour and the cooking oil. Of course, I am trying to save up for pancakes. If we can find a skillet, we can actually use the maple syrup and the flour to make pancakes. But you know what? I probably would have eaten the bannock bread because I was starving for a while there. Okay, so we checked our clothing, food. We got a little bit of food here. Most likely we're going to get food poisoning from eating some of this stuff. I'm going to leave the oats behind because I know we're not going to find a pot in Desolation Point. So we can just leave that here. Okay, let's take a check here. Got a bunch of tools we could probably leave behind, like the cans and things. Looks like our food is almost done. Okay, let's grab these. Got another small piece there. Okay, 38 minutes left on the fire. We're going to add another piece of coal because I need to start taking torches in anticipation of traveling tomorrow. So we're going to heal up nicely, guys. You can see I did take a little bit of cold damage, but we're definitely going to heal that tonight when we go to sleep. It's really not a problem. Take another one. Oh, that's a good one, actually. Okay. Let's harvest some of these. I'll only do like 2 or 3. I know it's not the most enjoyable thing to watch. Grabbing torches, harvesting torches into sticks. It is part of the process, though. Okay, you know what? We just have 2 more that are below 30%. You know, I'll just drop them, though. Otherwise, we're looking really good. 26 minutes. Let's add a stick. Alright, I think we're ready for bed. We're not going to sleep the whole night through because I'm not super tired at the moment. I may actually take one of these simple tools. I may take that with us and leave it at Desolation Point. We'll leave the quality tools here. We'll take the low quality tools to Desolation Point. I think I'm going to put this meat outside. Those should be fresh in the morning, I think, if we just let those cook. I think they'll be okay. So let's carefully go outside and drop the meat. Okay, I want to be quick about this so I don't attract unwanted attention. Okay. You know, another nice thing about getting a sleeping bag, we could potentially sleep in the vehicle if we had to battle cabin fever. Oh, that smells so good. Okay, I think we're ready for bed. Just need to find our way in the dark here. Let's get a drink. We got plenty of calories to make it through the night. And we're going to sleep. We'll go for 10 hours, but realistically, it's just going to be pretty dark, I think, when we wake up still. Anyway, guys, I'll see you in the morning. All right, good morning. We have our well-fed back. Boy, that worked out nicely. Let's check the time. By the way, what time is it? Sun is not quite up yet. I may need to pass a little bit of time here until we can read or something. Don't think there's much I need to craft. Yeah, things are looking pretty good. Now we could get another bandage. We only have 3 cloth though. So we cannot, you know what? Nice thing about this is if I am carrying cloth and I do get injured, I can technically craft another bandage. So just having cloth is pretty good. Okay, so now we need to pass a little bit of time, I think, until the sun comes up enough that we can read. So I'm just going to pass time until the sun peaks over the horizon there. Right about there. Okay. And we're thirsty. Let's get a drink. Okay. Part of me wants to do some reading, but I think we should probably check what the weather looks like. I know it's going to be cold, but is it going to be clear? Definitely cold. It's probably too early to know what the weather's going to do. So we're going to read for at least 1 hour. Let's wait for the sun to come up a little bit. All right, we've got a little bit of daylight. Let's go check what the weather's doing. Okay, it's a little bit foggy, a few snowflakes. It's definitely cold. Let's get some breakfast. Oh yeah, we do have the meat on the burners, don't we? Let's go pick those up. Okay, let's drop the excess torches over here that we don't need. I'll take the rest. I think we're ready to go. As far as I can tell, we've got everything. We've got the hammer. Oh, I need to find some scrap metal. Possibly. Did we have some scrap metal? I think I turned them into the tip-ups, actually. We do want to take some or all of the tip-ups with us, I think, as a way to procure some food for ourselves. Look at all this fuel we got from fishing. You know, I'm going to drop this ½ liter. That's like the perfect size if we want to do some trading. Let's go ahead and refuel the lantern now. And then we can leave the other container of lantern fuel behind. We'll leave that here. We've got our 2 tin cans. 4 rocks. We've got a whetstone. We can leave that here. Hacksaw's in good shape. Hammer's in pretty good shape. I don't think we need the pry bar. Because we do have the heavy hammer. If we want to make a hole in the ice or something. I don't know. Maybe I'll bring it. Do we have an extra one? We do. 32% condition. I'm going to take this. We'll leave the good quality one here. So we do have to come back this way. And I believe we've already opened everything we need to with the pry bar back at Desolation Point. So anyway, I think we're ready to go. I will take the charcoal. It's always nice to have one little piece. Okay, nice. I think we're ready. Let's swap that out for a new one. 90% is good enough. Okay, I think we're ready to go. Oh, you know what? We do need coal, but there is coal through the coal mine, right? We're gonna be traveling back through that coal mine. I'm gonna take a little bit more though. So we got I think 6 pieces now. 9. Okay, we got 9 pieces. All right, let's hope that the weather is good for us. By the way, we got some nice cured saplings here. So good. We can actually make the bow with the maple. You know what, should I take it? We may end up actually crafting the bow while we're over at Desolation Point. Do we want any arrows? Sure. Let's get some cured saplings. This is just like being prepared, right? Take a cured gut. I'm pretty sure there's at least one cured gut over there that we probably left in the lighthouse. All right, let's get a torch out, see what the day looks like. All right, we're going to make a run for it. We're not smelly, right? Oh, we are. Boy, I'm glad I checked. Let's take that back quickly. I just did a quick check just to make sure, and what do you know? We are smelly, which could have made things a little awkward. By the way, I believe we are completely out of water here. Let's drop half a liter. Yeah, that should be fine. We'll cook up some more as we go. I hate to leave the Quonset Garage with no water, like in an emergency. I gotta have at least a little bit of water there. Could get pretty bad if I have to retreat. I don't know. I'm just kind of rambling. Never mind. I'm just kind of thinking out loud. Stream of thought. All right, we've got to make our way across the ice here. The ice is best for traveling, as long as you know which direction you're going, because you do have some visibility. I'm going to take sticks as we go if I see them. Always. Almost always. Yeah, if I have to make a fire out on the ice and warm up some tea, I'd rather use the sticks. Visibility isn't great, but temperature's not too bad. Could be worse. And of course the wind is perfect. So, all right. I can't remember if we've checked out these burned out houses over here, so I'm going to kind of make my way this way. Technically, we need to be a little bit more to the right. There's something dead on the ice there. I wonder if it's worth harvesting this, if we make a fire or something. It might be worth it. You know what? I want to take advantage of this good weather, and I'm not going to waste time with this. I will get some feathers. But I think I just need to take advantage of the good weather.
I'm starting to feel numb.
Yeah, if we hurry, we can make it to the basement. And then if the weather changes, it's not that critical. Theoretically, we could make it to the safety of the mine once we make it to the basement. But guys, like I said, I cannot get caught out here because I don't have a bedroll. It's pretty important that we make it all the way to Desolation Point. Okay, I do see a rabbit here. It's quite tempting, actually. Cute little rabbit, but I think I don't want to travel with the scent. And we're cold. Okay, I might get this rabbit because I'm gonna have to.
Cold. I'm warming up a bit.
I'm gonna have to light the torch anyway. I think here pretty soon. I don't have any rocks. What do I do with my rocks? That is not good, guys. If I don't have any rocks, I am in trouble. Like seriously, I've got 4 rocks. Was I just looking in the wrong place? That was weird. Okay, now I think the bear does come up this way, so I kind of have to be careful here. Are you going to go down the hill, rabbit? That is a very steep hill. What are you doing? Thanks, little guy. Let's drop you, get our rock. Put that here. Okay. Another rabbit. Okay, I'm taking cold damage now. Oh, I kind of twitched the mouse at the last second there. That was totally my mistake. Kind of flicked upwards on accident. Alright, rabbit. Let's try this again. Okay. Let's grab the rock. Let's grab the other rabbit. I do need to light a torch, I think. Yeah, why not? I'm going to grab these mushrooms. They're right here. Always watching out for the calories. Okay, let's get a torch lit. Let's try to find these rabbits I dropped. Where did I drop you guys? Got 2 more mushrooms. I'll grab them really quick. Alright, let's get out of here. So we are going to be attracting attention once we get to the crumbling highway because of this smelly meat. But we have the lit torch, so as long as the wind doesn't pick up, we should be good. Okay. Hopefully there's not a bear right over this little ridge. Is there a bear? I think I just heard a wolf. We've got these deer here. There's some burdock. Do I have a tool to get burdock? You know, I'm going to drop these rabbits. Do we have a tool to get these? So this makes up for me not being able to get the cattails earlier. I'm just watching my health plummet, though. That's the only problem. Shoot. Hello, dear. Okay, we're so close to the highway. Let's just go. Let's get out of here. Might even do some jogging.
Drop any of this gear.
There should be a dead deer right around here, unless we harvested it already. So we did already check the trunk. Okay. All right, we're almost there, guys. I will stop my health from plummeting once we get to the basement. I think I'll be a little more careful, but any health we've lost already, we're going to regain when we sleep. Okay, so immediately we're attracting wolves, because I do have the 2 rabbits. But that's okay. It's not windy. Got a lit torch in our hand. I do need to swap torches here pretty soon, though. I know the wolves are going to be coming any second now. Alright, wolves, where are you hiding? This weather is just perfect. I'm a little hesitant even just to go into the basement because I know the weather's going to change. I might just press on straight to the mine, actually. Let's drop this meat. Shoot, I know I'm smelly. Let's drop these. Check inside really quick. Oh, we're not even warm in the car. I thought we'd be warm in here. There's a note. How did I miss that? It's right there. Scrawled musings of a survivor who was here before you. This is one of the contributors. Okay, nothing in the car. It's unfortunate. Alright, let's check the basement. I kind of wonder if I left something in there.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Is it this one? It's probably the other one. It is the other one. Alright, let's see what I left in the basement. Okay, we are warm in here. Looks like I left pretty much nothing. Spray paint. But it is warm, at least. Yeah, we've already searched everything. Okay, so problem is I don't want my torch to go out. We don't have that far to go to get to the mine. I'm just going to press on to the mine. It's nice we're warming up so quickly, though. It's got 2 arrows going up. That is really good. I wish I could hold a little cup of tea right over the torch. Wouldn't that be nice? Kind of warm up a cup of tea over a torch instead of making an actual fire. Anyway, let's try this. Where'd you go, Wolf? I know you're here. Okay, so I'm really looking forward to this, guys. We've got to get to the Riken. Got to get to the Riken shipwreck and use all this coal. Get a fire started. Probably need to harvest some metal. Hey, Wolfie. Man, I was busy chatting away. Almost let the torch go out there. Okay, let's go over this way.
I'm too cold.
We're gonna follow the wolf. I always have trouble with this tree. I can never remember how to quite get up on top of it. Is that gonna work? Then I like get pushed off. Am I gonna drop here? Yeah, I always have trouble with that. Alright, we're gonna go this way. There's probably a trick to it. Let's grab these. Let's go over the hill. Oh yeah, there's a little truck down here, isn't there? Can drop our smelly stuff. Check the truck. Okay, I'm gonna drop the meat. I can't get a fire started in the mine, but I can get one started here. We should be able to warm up nicely in the truck. So let's get a fire started. We'll get in the truck, warm up, harvest the rabbits while we cook some water. I'm going to put some tea down as well. Let's get the tea cooking.
One little fire. Oh, lucky day.
Okay, we should have plenty of sticks, right? we got 2 hours. Let's put out the torch. Now let's just hope the wind doesn't come up while we're doing this. Yeah, check that out. We're nice and warm in this car now.
Best be prepared for anything.
Ooh, nice. I did forget to put down the tea. I would like to get the tea warmed up. Okay, let's get the rabbits harvested. Let's see, 18 minutes with the hacksaw. Sure, we're going to use the hacksaw. Why not?
Getting a bit thirsty.
Pretty much takes about a half hour for half a liter. So let's do the other rabbit now. And then when we're done with this, the water should be boiled. We're warming up nicely. Okay, let's drop the meat. There we go. Roughly a half an hour. Let's harvest a gut, I guess. 30 minutes. There we go. Perfect. We're going to get thirsty. I should have got a drink. Okay, we got a gut now. That's good. Let's get a drink. I think we can go now. Nice and warm. And we got some fresh meat. Okay. You know, I could just cook this. There was just a tiny bit left, wasn't there? 11 minutes, yeah. May as well cook it and eat it. Not have to carry it. Although I do have the guts on me. I need to drop those. Have the rabbit hides and the guts. Sorry, not the rabbit hides, the rabbit carcasses. Okay, let's pass time on the rabbit. Let's eat that. Nice and full. Perfectly filled us up. We do need a torch to be able to get through the cavern here. Ooh, okay, worked out good. Let's, you know, I'm going to back up a little bit. Let's drop these. We'll use this one. Alright. I don't know if we need the rabbits, but I'll grab them. Oh wait, where am I going? That's a dead end. We need to go this way. Guys, that was perfect. That transition from the Quonset Garage all the way here has gone actually really well. I know I'll probably get some feedback about the health damage. You guys know me. That's just how I play. I do use my health as a resource. I'm fully confident I'm going to heal up here. Nice. Wow. Okay, I didn't realize we left that much coal. That's really good, actually. Should I take the Frontier Shooting Guide? I feel kind of bad I left it behind before. No, I'm just teasing. Let's get a little bit of the coal. There's a chance we'll find more, actually. We could potentially find more coal as we go. Let's see. make our way through here. You know what? I'm going to leave the guts curing. I guess it was just one singular gut, wasn't it? Maybe I'll just leave the rabbits here. Don't really need them. Don't want to travel smelly. Okay, yeah, so there's a chance I could get some more coal here as we travel. Be kind of nice. Just means that it has resupplied while we're gone, you know? I think I just saw a piece out of the corner of my eye there. Yeah, look at this. So good. So got a dead end there. This is great, guys. I did not expect it to resupply so quickly. So I'm not exactly sure how much coal we need for the forging process. I know you can supplement it with other fire materials, like, you know, you could use like scrap wood or sticks. But we do have an abundance right now, so I may as well just use the coal. The coal is needed to get the temperature up high enough. That's really the main purpose of the coal for forging. You just can't get the hot enough fire with regular wood. You gotta use coal. This makes me think some of the salt may have reappeared as well. Last time we came through here, there was a deposit where we could harvest some salt. So it'll be interesting to see if that's still there. Man, guys, I cannot believe how much coal has already reappeared. It's pretty impressive. Is there anything back here? No. Okay, we'll check down this little... Oh, down here. Okay, we'll check down here. It's a little dead end. Alright, so can we make it to the lighthouse before a storm picks up or something? Oh, you know what? I wasn't really paying attention. I think I missed the salt deposit. I was busy chatting. That's not it right there, is it? I probably walked right past it. That's okay. We got to come back this way when we leave. We'll check it on the way back. Let's see if we can get to the lighthouse. Oh yeah, it's looking good, guys.
I'm sure I can carry much more.
Let me see how much coal we have. I probably don't need all this coal. So we've got 36 pieces. That'll drop 6. It would be kind of nice to leave some behind, I guess, at the Riken. And it's not like we're moving that slowly. Once again, guys, this is where we started the game, right here, in this little clearing, this little section of trees. I think we're on day 16 now, or maybe 15, something like that. So, feels good. Even though we're missing quite a few items, we don't have the bedroll, we don't have a cooking pot or a skillet. We have come so far in 15 days. I mean, we got the heavy hammer. We're already heading back for the forge. Got some clothing items. I kind of hope that the boats that we missed when we were here before, do you remember I was beachcombing and there were some boats? I kind of hope they show up again. I would like to see what's on those boats, because I did hear from you guys that those can be looted. You can potentially find some items on those boats. I'm just going to head down to the road. We'll follow the road to the lighthouse. Grabbing resources as we go, of course. That is the way to do it, at least for me. Especially on Interloper. You want to grab all the resources. because you're surprised. You know, I actually surprised myself how often I end up using the resources that I didn't think I would need. You know, just having them, having 30 sticks on hand, you're like, you know, you need the sticks, and there they are all of a sudden. Now, you could argue that we have so much coal right now that it's kind of silly to pick up sticks, but I'm going to pick up the sticks. Like, you can use them for so many things. We can craft them into fire-hardened arrows. We can use them in place of the coal. So, pretty good resource. You know, I was thinking about things I would add to the game. And leave a comment, guys, if you have some things that you would like to add to this game. One thing I think would be fun to add one of the buildings, maybe Thompson's Crossing, or I don't know, even here at Desolation Point. It'd be fun if one of the buildings had one of those old-fashioned pump pianos or organs where, you know, you had like those little scrolls you could put in there, and it would play like a calliope. Is that how you say it? A little organ playing some fun music or some kind of sad music. Moonlight Sonata during an aurora. That'd be kind of cool. That's one thing I would like to add to the game if I could. Just a mechanical thing that can actually add some music to the game. Anyway, it looks like, unless something crazy happens, it looks like we're just about to make it to the lighthouse. I'm actually surprised I hear a wolf. Sounds like he's even up ahead. He's got to be down below us, because I never see wolves up here by the bridges. He's got to be down here somewhere. Down below us. Well, guys, if you made it this far into the video, I do want to say thank you so much for coming along. I hope you've enjoyed this episode as we made a massive trek across the map. Hopefully you're already subscribed so you don't miss out on the adventure. And by the way, if you want to leave a comment, leave a like, I'd sure appreciate it. But most importantly, guys, I do hope to catch you in the next episode. Take care.
You